G'day everybody, welcome to a very sunny, sunshiny Friday Stars. It's an exciting one today as we find out who is going to win a pattern. Also, you are getting a little bit of a sneak peek of a recent make that I finished yesterday from a vintage pattern. So T.E. and I will get everything ready for you guys so then we can do the draw and see which two winners are going to get a pattern each. Yep, one kitty taking a bath on the ironing board. Second kitty, tiger. Always after attention. And we have Honeycomb. Funny boy. You're just so bendy and flexible, aren't you? Yeah. I'm sure you have a watery spine. Okay, so this straggly miss here is the wider one. Is the fabric belt for my weekend dress, along with two, there are two there, one, two little ties that will go on both the pockets. So all I need to do is make a bow, stitch those on the pockets, and then kind of just drape that on a hanger with the dress for now. And yeah, because the dress is complete and everything is good to go. Right, so you are currently looking at my sewing cutting out table, and I have decided to have another little bit of a tidy, and yeah, it probably does not look tidy, but it is. Let's just call it tidy organised chaos, right? And yeah, everything is a lot more clean and tidy. And yeah, I've just been sorting out a few things and yeah, making sure that everything is kind of a little bit more in order. This will probably look a little bit more untidy, and so the empty basket there had everything that you can see down there. And yeah, just going to kind of sort out everything in the basket, and it's because it's great that it's deep, that it can kind of hold a whole bunch of stuff. However, with that, sometimes a lot of things get buried, and therefore, yeah, you don't always get to kind of get to everything, I guess. Saying that, so the serger threads, they were at the bottom of the basket, and it does not matter too much because it's not very often that I actually need to change my serger threads. That said, I know it's a different colour and I know I should, however I have managed to get away with it. Or, you know, just do French seams because that looks more professional, and then you do not need to concentrate on changing out any serger threads. Anyhow, yeah, so I need to kind of sort out everything here. I just kind of have some random buttons. I have some more buttons and everything there, and there's like sewing needles there, you know, for hand sewing, not machine needles. And yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of a mishmash of everything. And then in this basket here is all of my kind of bias tape. I do have another basket with my trims, however there are a couple trims in here. And then this box was in the cabinet, and yeah, just over the time it's kind of just got a little bit, it's a bit of a dumping ground box. Yeah, so as you can see, I just have a whole bunch of sort of things in here. This is a solid tube, it's going to be for crafting. And yeah, another box with kind of scissors, and here's my little shell. These kind of little turtle toys, and you can put pins in the top of him. Yeah, there's a couple of old makes even that were supposed to be changed out, and yeah, but no. Then there are snips of different colours. Yeah, so it's kind of a whole bunch of things kind of just going on here, and then in here are some pattern weights, and I've never used those because they're just too pretty to use. And then in this baggie here is when I used to obviously have my photos printed on fabric, and they were going to be made up in cushions and a few other things. But yeah, I used to do that and then sell them, and then because obviously circumstance and that sort of avenue kind of dried up a little bit, that kind of sort of went on a bit of a rain check. However, hopefully maybe sooner rather than later I can get back into creating them and selling them. And then just some random patterns in here. So I am going to admit something, and yes, I know, this may sound really strange. However, if everybody was truthful, I think we all have a few kind of things that we like, and yeah, it's to do with sounds. And funny enough, Teresa from Lost My Thread, she was talking about this recently in one of her vlogs, and yes, I like the sound of really sharp scissors cutting through fabric. It's just a really happy sound, the creative sound of something that is going to be sewn together, and yeah, whatever the garment is and or practical item. Anyway, so for me it is this lid, and I do not know if you can hear that very well. I hope that's coming up okay, but because the lid has got kind of like etched glass, and yeah, when you kind of then, I really like that sound. I have no idea why, but I just really like it. And these candy jars are vintage ones, and yeah, if I see them, no matter what size they are, I always get them. You saw my smaller one. Unfortunately, that one actually has a plastic lid, even though the jar is actually glass. Yeah, so this was purchased as is. I did not do any of these embellishments. That's kind of not something I would do. I would probably actually just leave the jars with no decoration. But yeah, so there you go. That's one of my things that I really like. And also the little shiny glass ball on the lid there. Yeah, I just really like that sound. It's like when you have a whole bunch of jars, not necessarily these type jars, any jars, and you kind of just clank them together. Usually when the jars are filled up, so they have that kind of density sound and just that clinking. And also kind of vintage fragrance bottles as well, if you have a few and they sort of just accidentally clank together. It's just that sort of gentle jingly sound. So guys, go on in the comments below, let me hear what it is that you like as in these sounds, whether it's sewing sounds or other sounds. I also like the sound of rain, and so does TE. So this basket here, as you can clearly see, is full of all my trims and everything in there. And yeah, I just kind of need to go through all that. And yeah, some of my little birds that I made a whole bunch of time ago. There we go. Ging hao. Yay. And yeah, so I need to go through that. And these are kind of nesting baskets. So if they were not in use, they can stack in each other. I do have a larger one, and it currently just houses some projects that are either going to be created and or garments that for whatever reason, maybe there's one of those head scratching moments, and then you kind of leave it for a little bit, you go back to it and you leave it again, and then you leave it a little bit longer and longer and longer, and then yeah, several weeks, months, even years go past, and then it's like, uh-oh, I think I need to kind of address that. But yeah, so these baskets are really great. And this sweet little basket here holds my threads. As you can clearly see, I'm being so obvious today. And yeah, point turner there. I rarely use that actually. And yeah, a couple of other little bits and pieces have kind of gone in this basket. I actually do have, well, I own a thread spool holder, and it's something that I made out of wood. However, I unfortunately only kind of got about halfway through creating it, and again, I think it was just stuff that was going on in my life, and yeah, kind of had to pack things away, and yeah, yada yada yada. So I never kind of got completed, hence why these threads are in this little basket. But to be fair, I've gotten so used to having them in here, it's kind of ain't broke don't fix it type thing. So in this kitty tin here is where I keep a lot of my zippers, and yeah, it kind of does spill out into another baggie because obviously you can only get so much in here. But I really found this tin awesome. The only thing is the lid has never been able to close, hence the rubber band, and yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that. And yeah, so here we go. Here are some of my zippers. But it's so cute because, you know, kitty cat and a fish shaped tin. Why not already? Righto, so I have now decided this white basket can be for miscellaneous bits and pieces, and yeah, the Ferrero Rocher Yummy Chocolat boxes are fantastic for putting small things in, and I have a whole bunch of those. I have no idea why. Yeah, still going through these little bits, emptied out this box with the exception of just these two, and yeah, this is just the kind of shelf for my sewing machine, and yeah, I just do not use it. And then all the bits and pieces and everything that came with my serger. The larger of the two baskets, and yeah, I have my bubble trim, my vintage little box there with a few bits and pieces for the Vista Rossmann sewing machine, and yeah, under the bubble trim is all the kind of trimmings and everything like that. There you go, you can see a little bit bitter. And the smaller of the two baskets, I have kind of rolled up all the bias tape, and yeah, I have vintage via tape. I have vintage bias tape there in the back, and then obviously this is modern here. And yeah, so set in kind of one side and woven the other side. Okay, so if you remember, I made this dress a few months back, and it is from Sew Me Something, and yeah, I kind of have been searching around for some buttons, and because I was clearing out and having a sort through of a few things today, as you already saw, I found some buttons. So I've just flipped it around, and sadly I only have 2 of these, and yeah, they're not kind of what I had in mind, but as soon as I saw them I thought, you know what, I think these would actually work. So here they are, and they have little foxes on, and yeah, they're the perfect size, and I think they work. You have to excuse the creases because it does need pressing. Yeah, I think that works. The only thing is I should have fully aligned the bodies, because you can clearly see the facing inside, and yeah, I kind of noticed that when this appeared in my makes video. It is what it is, so maybe I might go in and add some fabric to the existing facing, and yeah, because it's in the inside, seeing the joins, not too bad. Okay, so today's project is going to be for TE, and for some of you guys who know Mark Francis, he had released a couple patterns and TE chose this one, and it's called the Charlo shirt. And yeah, we met Mark a few times at shows and things. Then the fabric here, again, TE chose, 100% cotton, and yeah, I think it will look super cool in this fabric. And just coming in a little bit there, you can see the shirt a little bit closer, and yeah, it's a little bit of a different design and kind of elbow length sleeves there. First time sewing a Mark Francis pattern, and it comes on really good paper, and yeah, full size as well. So I am actually going to cut this. I was like, oh, I know, do not cut it. To be fair, because I am good at making any tweaks and adjustments to sizes, to be fair, if I trace this, it's not going to be that much different to what you can kind of see here. And yeah, I mean, obviously we all have a tape measure, and if TE changes, I can just adapt those changes as I go along and just add any paper, or if it's just a little tiny tweaks here and there, then obviously when I place the pattern on the fabric, I can kind of make those tweaks and trace any lines onto any adjustments directly onto the fabric. Yeah, so please do not tell me off. And yeah, I'm going to keep this pattern forever, so it's mine anyway. Righto, so it is much later. It is 20 after 8 at night, and yeah, TE's camo shirt is complete, and now I'm going to make him a tee. This is the pattern here, and I'm going to make the V-neck view, which you can see a little bit clearer there, and it goes from camo to gaming, but it's kind of got a little bit of camo colours, except for the bright green there. And yeah, he's very, very soft, barely noticeable, but just about noticeable, kind of like fleece a little bit. So yeah, a little bit of a heavy weight, but yeah, that would be great for a tee, for TE. And right on time, we have a honeycomb. Oh, no, don't do that. No. Hey, are you listening? Are you listening to me? Also, Philippa from Felts by Philippa is keeping me company while I cut out the tee for TE. And who takes pride of place on the fabric? Yes, little lady there. There's her son, Honeycomb, again. Emma, busy purring. Are you flipping my fabric? You've just had your dinner, haven't you? Do you think this little lady It's comfortable. Do not be concerned about her little belly being shaved. It was just when she went to the veterinarian, just when she had a few tests, and therefore they shaved her belly. And it's so super soft. So super soft. I have almost completed the shirt, T, whatever, for TE. And yeah, just zigzagging the sleeve, and then I have to do the neckband for the V, or the V for the neckband, whichever way around, and then it's complete. Okay, so I am out where I go, and yeah, I have decided to do a very different pattern, and I'm going to change this new look, which is the K6428. And originally I was thinking of View D with the neckline like that. However, I am going to tweak this pattern quite a lot, and mine is going to kind of represent more of View C. However, the sleeves and the neckline are not going to look anything like that, and yeah, not going to give away too much. And the fabric that I'm using is this really happy fabric, which came from last month's subscription, which was from Beyond the Pink Door, organic cotton jersey. And yeah, why not just have some fun with some really happy, bright, colourful rainbow stripes. Righty-ho. You see this stunning fabric that you guys obviously saw in my teeny little mini haul last week, and yeah, look how tweet-tastic these stunning little birdies are. And I kind of was thinking of the same pattern, the new look K6428, and now I've suddenly thought, nah, actually this is just such beautiful fabric. Well, all fabric is beautiful because that's why we purchase it, because we like it. And I'm not kind of going with a dress now. I think I would actually get far more wear out of this fabric as a top. And I'm thinking of the Audrey. I do not have the pattern with me, so I'm going to have to cut that out at home. And whatever I have left over, maybe just some soft slumber pants. Okay, as you can see, I have almost a completed dress, which is that one here, Butterick B5920. I want not to show you too much. I when it comes to the makes video, he will be like, oh yeah, she told us that, she told us that, she told us that. And as you can see, I am going to decide to use these buttons, and yeah, I have a whole bunch of buttons, and just decided to go with this one because I think they stand out enough and kind of work with this fabric, and the roosters agree.
So that and that go together. So now we need to do the same idea.
So I have just taken out all the petting pieces in this Modella, and wow, these petting pieces have been taken out of the original envelope. However, they have not actually been used. They've been cut in the sense of, I think maybe the man or lady may have decided to start to cut. They've cut the pattern along one side, but they have not cut the pattern along all the lines, and then here obviously some of the pieces, it depended on what view that they were going to create. So this is still intact. I'm really pleased, and the tissue as well is in really good condition. Awesome. So these are some of the names that are entered into the giveaway. Whole bunch. Okay, so as you can see, everybody's name has been written down on the piece of paper here, and next up I am just going to get a pair of scissors and snip them, and we will scrunch them up and put them in the bowl. There we go. We have a large mixing bowl. We have all of the names here, and T is going to scrunch each and everybody's name up and then put it into the bowl, and then we are going to mix and pull 2 winners out.
Good day everybody, I hope you're all very excited for the giveaway because we have all of the people down here, though you can't see them in frame, and hopefully we're going to have some 2 very lucky women who are going to receive a wonderful parcel.
Yay! They're very small people being down there.
Ah.
Well, I know what you mean. Okay, my darling, if you would like to kind of fold scrunch each of the name, that's it, and then plop. We will speed this up a little bit because, yeah, it's going to take a while. There we go. Plop.
This is far more fun, isn't it, darling, than doing it technologically on like computers. I do not know how to do that anyway, and yeah, I think this is a whole bunch more fun. It's exciting! The trepidation, the excitement is building. Ooh, 2 strips left. And we are folding it so the names cannot be seen.
Final one.
Final one.
Yeah.
Yay, there we go. Would you like to go and get a spoon just to add to the fun?
Are you ready to do some mixing?
Yes, I am.
Yay.
And get our spoon ready, and in it goes.
Yay. Give everything a really good mix. There we go. So T is going to do the very special honours, and he's going to look out the window.
Very interesting, I can see a bird.
And then place his hand in the bowl and have a forage around in there and pick out a name. And you can read it as well.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Our first name is Jill Cole.
Yay!
Okay, I might not be able to read it at this distance, but it is Jill.
Huge congratulations to Jill Carr. It's not focusing, it's because it's focusing on your beautifulness, my darling.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Well done, Jill.
And second winner.
We have another one, and it is Andra Maves.
Makes.
Well, Makes, is it? Sorry, I can't read your handwriting.
Yeah.
Andra Makes.
Super exciting! Congratulations, Andra! Yay! There we go. The 2 ladies are set on the countertop in my kitchen. Huge congratulations, guys. So all you need to do is just send me an email with all your information, and yeah, we get everything sorted out, and let me know what pattern you would like. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have been up to sewing wise this week and everything else in between. And yeah, huge congratulations to the 2 wonderful winners. Awesome. And yeah, really excited to put your happy mail parcels together. And yeah, and let me know, please send a couple of photos, and yeah, then you can be included on my vlog. If you are a little bit camera shy, then maybe you could just kind of have yourself looking down, or maybe just a side view, and it's all part of the fun and obviously making you guys really included. Okay guys, so if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and have a wonderful week, and thank you. G'day everybody, welcome to Friday Sews. And guess what? Wind! It's lovely to have a breeze. And every time I press record, it just gets enough, because the mic is so good. Any little wisp of air, you can hear it.